Hi there, gorgeous souls, and welcome back to my channel. I am Bob's spiritual coach, and today I have somebody here that is so dear to my heart. I managed to know her for around 5-6 years in the same country, both expats, both working in the spiritual world, but we haven't met in personally yet.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, that has to happen. She is one of the best coaches there is, and she taught me how to read cards. Welcome to my show, my dear Susan.
Thank you, Barbara, for that amazing introduction. And I did not realize we still haven't met.
Yes, we have to fix that very soon.
I agree. And
We have
we're
to
in the
make
same
some
country.
witchcraft
Yeah.
in a fire with sage, with our Susan. How do people here in the Netherlands see you?
What do you mean? Like in general or?
Some people see me as I fly, I'm green, and I have 3 arms. They look at me as an animal from another planet. And I'm okay with it.
I guess I have to take a survey to find out. I help them by giving them a few titles. I see myself. Can I do it that way? Maybe. I'm an intuitive visibility coach. I help women who are empaths and intuitives, psychics, and highly sensitives really come out of hiding and out of the shadows so that they can shine their light and share their gifts and be completely natural in their own way and be unapologetic or shamed for it, you know?
I love that. I come from a country where people don't hide their gifts and talents under the carpet, where they are appreciated. But here in the Netherlands, people are different. They are very nog toch. They only believe in what they can see, smell, touch. And there is this invisible world around us, surrounding us. We are spiritual beings living an experience squeezed in a body, that we are here in an experience, in a human experience, but we are not this.
No.
So it's difficult for people to understand that, don't you think?
Yes, because, and I think, and just to add, my country that I originate from is the United States, and they are very Europeanized in the way that they think. And even through Christianity and the more acceptable religions, let's put it that way, because the religions that I tend to connect more with are even older, like paganism and Wiccan and shamanism and those old ancient, beautiful, love it. Oh my goodness, yes. And I know
you're talking.
Yeah, I love it. I wish I had one. And so
next time I go to Brazil, I'll bring you one.
Oh, that would be great.
Oh, sorry for that.
No. This is a conversation we're having, right? So yeah, in my country, it's similar with the way that they think, and very westernized, we would call that, and a little less connected with the earth, more connected with what they're told and intellect. And the work that both you and I do is more on the intuitive, trust, faith-based, magical, whatever fun words you want to put, cosmic side of things. And now we find ourselves here in the Netherlands.
For a reason. We are here for a reason. That's for sure. We are not here toevallig.
No.
For everything, there is a bigger plan. Susan, one of the things that I think it's needed that we talk about is about integration, all the parts of us.
Yeah, I agree.
We are not just beautiful angels that are here. No, nobody, including you and me. We have this side that not everybody like to let people know, people see, and it's important that we integrate that to who we are. How do you do that with your coaches?
So what you're talking about is this beautiful part of us that is called the shadow side. and or the darker hidden. There's many ways to term this. How I work with someone on that, because I think it's an amazing piece of the puzzle if you're struggling, especially in business or anything that you're trying to move forward in. How I work with it is we speak to it and we find it. So sometimes it's so downloaded in someone's body that they don't even know it's there. And we use defense mechanisms and all of these, like, I was just saying to you a minute ago off the camera, that I've had very highly intellectual clients in my past. That these women are incredibly smart. And because they're so smart, they can also talk themselves away from what needs to be seen, because you can't heal it if you don't see it. And to go in deep and really look inside is scary for us, because it's put in the shadow side for a reason. It was either said that you're too weird, one of my favorite words, as you know, you're crazy, and we're all taught to fit in. And if a part of you is being said not acceptable, then that's the stuff that gets shoved over into the shadow. And also sometimes it has to do with societal words like witch, oh, you're a witch, that is not acceptable. And we've killed people for that. We, meaning society, not you and me.
No, not now.
Let's be clear.
Let's be clear.
So because of those being persecuted and found guilty in centuries past, this has been passed down to us that it's not safe to be psychic. It's not safe to use any of your intuitive abilities or speak of them. Some people think that using tarot and oracle cards is the work of the devil. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of these things out there that you can understand why people would be a little, okay, I can't do that. And so integrating your shadow side is also finding a way to accept who you are and what you're able to do, and stop throwing it over to the side. Stop bringing it back in as a part of you. And some of the things in the shadow are other things like, I don't know, limiting beliefs or just other things.
Kids are natural in seeing things or hearing things, and they speak up, and then society try to put them, to feed them in a box. And here in the Netherlands, they even have a term for that: doing's normal.
Oh, do normal. Yes. Something that was not allowed to be said in my house to my daughter, because I'm like, good. Who wants to be normal? I don't. Who wants to be? And I guess I understand from, my education, my background as a coach and learning more about these things. It was about keeping your children safe. So you want your children to be like everyone else, because that was a way for them to be safe. I mean, this also is tribal thinking.
There is a good intention behind that, but I think it's
not anymore.
The kids to be able to appreciate their gifts and talents, and to listen and tune to who they are, so they can, when they wake up and say, oh, I just saw grandma in my dreams and she was okay, and she was hugging me, and I felt so good. Yeah, and this kind of stuff. Talking about dreams, I am a spiritual realm pilot, and I know you are also. Can you share with us? A spiritual realm pilot. I fly high when I'm dreaming. I unfold in my dreams. I get out of my physical body to have out-of-body experiences, to get in touch with the astral realm or spiritual realm, or you can call it any way you like it. But when I come back, when I land back in the morning, I have vivid memory of everything I've seen, I've studied, the people I've hugged. And I even have a friend here in the Netherlands that we shared the same dream one night. And when we woke up, we checked. Yes, we were together.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was awesome. I know you've got stories like this also, Susan. Can we
I do.
share one with us, please?
Well, it's been some time since I've astral projected because of my own protections, and that's my own journey. But I do know how much and how powerful those things can be. But I do have one story. It was early 90s. I was going to travel to France the first time ever. And I was told about astral projecting in your dreams. And I was always fascinated by this stuff. It's not like it's brand new for me. You know, I've always wanted to know about the other side and other dimensions. And so a friend had told me about it. And it was the first big trip I was taking. I was 18 and I was going to a foreign country other than Canada.
For the first time.
Because Canada was close to my house.
Yeah,
Crossing the water.
Canada is the backyard for your house.
Yes, right, exactly. So this was a little different. And I had gone to high school with an exchange student from Paris, France, and her and I made a deal that she would come and help get me from Charles de Gaulle Airport to Gare Saint-Lazare train station, which is quite a bit of distance, and help see me off because I was staying the summer in the north of France. And that was helpful because I almost missed my plane in my connection in London because it's overwhelming. I've never had jet lag. Like it was a lot that I was going through. And there were many things that kind of went differently in Paris. But way before that trip, I had a dream and I astral projected into her bedroom. And so how that works is I didn't actually see myself leave my body or anything. I just suddenly saw her carpet of her floor and was seeing things in a room, right? And like shelves, they had little trinkets, and her family was big into Dalmatian dogs, and there were like little figurines of those, but I couldn't make out where I was. And just like that, I was back into my other dream phase or back into my body. So I had no idea really what happened to me at the time. Then a month goes by. She had already been home, and she came to meet me at the airport. Thing after thing kept changing in our plans, and she decided to take me back to her house. And that wasn't really part of the plan at all. I mean, she was like in a suburb of Paris. And this is before cell phones and connecting with people. So I had a host mom waiting for me on the other end of that train. And we had to like make a phone call to her to let her know. Because she also had to travel to the station. So anyway, like all that stuff I think about now, it's like, wow, we really had to be very well coordinated than we are now. Now we can just pick up a cell phone and start talking to people. So she took me back to her house, and it was getting later, and we called my host mother, who hadn't left yet, thank God. And we just said, I'm going to stay the night. So she took my bags upstairs and brought me into her room. And when we walked into the room, that was the place I had been a month before. I knew everything. I knew where I was going to lay down. And so I don't know if that's part astral projection or if it's future seeing, but it felt like I was there already, you know?
Yeah, you had a déjà vu anyways.
Something was going down.
Yeah.
And in a way that's very comforting because I was prepared, you know? Because I didn't have a plan to stay at her house at all. Like that was not part of the plan.
Oh, how lovely, Susan. How adorable. Oh, I love this story. I really do.
And I've had those kind of dreams before in several different ways. And it's usually with somebody I'm connected to. And so I'm not sure that's astral projection now that we're talking about it. It's more, I don't know. There's a couple of different nuances here. I think I'm dancing.
Yeah, it can be many things. You can maybe foresee the next future. Or, Well, there's something going on. That's for sure.
I think the way that you talked about it, where you're sharing an experience with somebody, that's powerful too. Like that's astral projection for sure.
That was amazing. With all the details.
Yeah.
And I know because I talked to her husband and I said all the details, and she talked separately and told the same very details. This
That's really special. Whoa.
was special, and it was in a very special moment of my life that I needed this bond.
Oh, that's great.
Susan, what are you working now?
What am I working on now?
Yes.
Well, I am cooking up something special this week for people who
Oh,
might be interested. And as a coach who helps people become more visible, more comfortable with who they truly are, coming out of those shadows and really embracing themselves and into the light, because I believe I work with light workers mostly. I have cooked up a little 5-day free challenge for any woman who's running a spiritual business, who's been kind of stuck and may not be totally 100% sure why. And that's probably because it's stuck in the shadow. And this 5-day challenge I'm calling Shining Through.
that's beautiful. From the
Yeah.
shadow to the shine.
Yeah. And like you said, and I think it's important, it's integrating your shadow side. It's
Yes.
being friends with it. And in fact, the first day is really about, I'm calling it Who's the Beast? Who's the beast that keeps you from showing up and being visible in your message and getting the word out there? And that is where you will find the secret. The key to unlocking the door is in that work, that, the shadow work. And I feel like I should say this 5-day challenge isn't about getting on social media. Of course, if that is something that somebody wants to do because they have an aha, I'm totally for it. But I like to have a small container in private. So I'm doing this in a Facebook pop-up group. We're going to have, I mean, I don't know. I downloaded this thing in a day. I had a different plan. And then all of a sudden it just kind of like, this is what you're going to do now. And you're going to call it this. And I'm like, all right.
Hey, no, follow the instructions.
Yep. I'm following my guides. They said, do it this way. So anyway, the first day is about really diving deep. And we're going to ask the question, what does being visible in your business mean to you? What comes up? What stops you? And if it's making a video, what about a podcast? Like maybe there's more to it. And then the next day we'll talk about, what is it that you're here to do? What is your purpose for the work you're doing? And really going into that, because sometimes I've been in business for 8 years and I've evolved through those years in different titles and different focuses. But my passion, yeah. And that's, because our businesses are where we are, right?
Yeah,
And we evolve, but I can say my red thread has always been bringing the best out of others, really helping them shine in their true potential, and whatever that looks like. And sometimes when we get into, I don't know, creating funnels and business structure and emails and building email lists, we forget what is our why, our purpose. And so that's why I felt like that was an important thing to do the second day. The third day, we'll be doing a Reiki group healing session that I'll be running. We're going to look at that beast, see if we can tame the voices and the beasts so that you can move forward. At the same time of the healing, we'll anchor in your purpose so that you remember it's not about likes. It's not about emails and
numbers and subscribers. It's about the message,
about what you're here to do, your message, like you said. And then there'll be a few other fun things like, who can you look up to, who's nearby, not necessarily Oprah. I mean, she's a great beacon of light, but let's make it somebody who's closer. And then we'll tie it up with making the invisible visible. So this is really about where you will make a physical representation of that and bring it forward. So
that's very beautiful. That's really nice, Susan.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
We need that when we are alive right now. The world is changing and we have to be a part of this changing. We have to do our part, raise our own vibration.
Right. Yeah.
do what we came to Earth to do. And I'm so glad that you help people in that.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
And you are one of the people that I am very grateful that is on my side on the not so good moments also. The learning moments, let's call it like this.
Learning moments or the challenges to growth, right?
Yes, yes, exactly, exactly. That is amazing. But this video is going to go up to be uploaded today, but it's going to stay for forever on YouTube. So
Right.
guys, if you are watching this video and it's not today anymore, Susan is the person that you can reach for if you want to bring up your intuition, tap in with your talents, listen to the guidance that there is around us. Every one of us is born with a guide. We have our guides, but they want to talk to us, but we are busy with the television on, listen to the news over and over again, broadcasting the same bad news. And we don't silence our minds. And Susan can help you do that.
Yeah.
Susan is the person that you can reach for if you wish to bring up your talents and educate your mediumship. So, Susan, thank you so much for being on my show, and I hope to talk to you soon.
Thank you so much for having me, Barbara. Thank you. Bye.